Alright. Okay. Hi everybody. So today I am actually going to be coloring Catwoman. So I colored a few others yesterday and posted them online, but today I thought I'd actually do a video and post it to my YouTube channel. So today I am actually coloring Catwoman, and I'm just starting on her goggles right here. So yeah. So I'm actually just adding the base layers right now for the goggles and building it up right now. And all I'm using is neutral grays, and it will work because they're kind of like a metal, so sorry about that. And I'm not blending these layers in. I want to look like there's separation. There we go. So next we're gonna do the ring right there. And all these are really light tones, just really light neutral grays that I am using. I made that ring a little bit darker because it's under her chin a little bit, so not much reflection on there. I didn't really want it, so there's a distinction between the goggles and the placement of that ring for the zipper on her suit. Any questions? I know I'm doing this video not live, but if there's any questions you all have, just put them in the comments and I will get back to them. I am very busy, but I do check my YouTube every now and then. I've only got 4 videos on there. I know it's just getting started, so hopefully y'all like it and start following me, please. It will be greatly appreciated, and I will bring you a lot more content, even live videos. So with Catwoman's suit, you can go the route of blue or purple. And I'm actually going to choose purple, just for the reason that my blue markers have been acting finicky lately. I think I need to replace the nibs on them, so they chose for me yesterday when I was working with them. By the way, go check out my Facebook page and my Instagram. It's on Instagram, it's Leon J. Leclerc, and then on my Facebook, it's Leon Leclerc. So, yeah, go check me out. You'll be able to see all my other art content on there, and also like my other videos, please. So, without any more delay, let's get started. So I'm going with my lightest one I have, and I'm just going to go in here. Just nice and lightly, just going in there and just brushing on nice and lightly. You don't need much. And with this, I'm actually keeping a lot of white right here on the surfaces. Where the direct sunlight or light is coming from a lot more. Her suit is very reflective, so her blue one is definitely, but so is her purple one in certain light. So I'm just going with it and being very cautious where I put the color. Now, the best thing about this is starting light is if I want it to be white, starting with your lightest color, it'll still look like white for the most part when you add on your darker colors. So that's why I start 6 to 8 shades lighter than my darkest color. It just plus it adds depth to your piece. So like right there, I'm going to leave a little bit white right there for her suit. There we go. Have the shoulder cut it off. There we go. So, and then get that. All right. And I need to do that band gray, but I'll get that here in a little bit. So, right now I got my base layer down, and I like how it is. It's very light. It's very neutral in its color. Now I'm going to go in here and just lightly soften and darken up the darker areas with the lightest color. Just build it up a little bit. So there we go. I just want to get that distinction from the light to the dark, and it will help. See, doing this, it will help your, as you put on your darks, it will definitely help and distinguish your darks a lot more. It'll bring them out and make them more vibrant. So, and that's another good reason to do it. There we go. There we go. Just there. All right. Darken that a little bit. Darken that side just a little bit. There we go. Play with that. And there. All right. So that is for the lightest color. On to the second one. Now we're still going to need to have the second one, the first one out, because this is our blending. I don't use a blender very much. I just use my colors to blend, and that's why I get that. So I have a piece of paper to wipe off my tip. So we're just going to go back in here, add some color. And once we get to the point where we want to stop, there we go. Now this is a little bit darker than my last one, so, but that's all right. So once we get to the point where we're going to stop, we're going to take our first color, we're going to come in here, and we're going to blend it right in, just like that. And sometimes I even go over the darker color. There we go. And sometimes you'll get this little dark to light in the middle. So what you do is you go back to your darker color once you're done, as long as it doesn't take you too long. Okay? Because that happens to me all the time. So we're going to go back to the second color. And we're just going to come in here and do this. Fill it right back in. And that spot looks like it never happened. Okay? Now, here's the thing. Here's the catch. You got to do it pretty quick. Otherwise, it will not work. All right, everybody? But that's happened to me many, many times, and I'm here to tell you, you can get rid of those spots just like that if you work very quick. So, now I'm just going to go soften this edge really quick. There we go. Just like that. That's the second one. All right, now my second color has become my blending tool, because I'm going to add a third color. So we're going to start back here. And this one's being a little finicky, so I got to be very careful. And come in here. Oh, yeah. Wow, it's being super finicky. Holy smokes. I love Copic markers, but I've been having some issues with them. I don't know about anybody else lately. Especially my new ones. They've been finicky. They've been letting out too much. The ones that I buy, they've been letting out too much color at one time, and I've ruined a few pieces, so you gotta be very careful when doing this. So that blended in perfect. Look at that. That looks perfect. So what I did is I went up and added a little bit more dark right here along that line. And I'm going to take my brightest one, my first color, and I'm just going to blend that just right in a little bit. Bring that down. That looks beautiful. Look at that blending. So, and for this video, I'm only going to do 3 colors. I mean, I really only need 3. I might go 4. We'll see how it goes, but I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to go on to the ears. And I think I'm going to put blue on the back side. A light blue, maybe. Or, yeah, light blue, maybe. We'll see. But, for the silhouette light. So we're going to go finish the ears here. I'm going to go back to my second color. So we're back on the second color. We're going to get the ears. So we're just going to fill these in. I'm not going to do anything special with it. I'm just filling these in with my second color. Well, for that one. This one, I'm actually going to lighten this one. I'm going to stop there, halfway point. I'm going to get my first color out. I'm going to wipe it off first. Then I'm going to go in here and just slightly blend it right there on that line. Okay, now you'll see a little bit of a line right there. So you go back with your second color like I told you last time. You take it, you go right up to that line. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. In fact, I think I might stretch it a little bit more, just because when I blend it, it's fading it a little bit. So we're going to bring it right to that line. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend my third color on both ears because it's darker. So I got to be very careful, because for some reason this one's bleeding a little bit, which scares me because I love this drawing. So I'm going to take some of that off and hurry up. And I'm going to go in here quickly color this in right up to that edge, and then I'm going to come in here really quickly, color that up really quickly, wipe it off again since it's bleeding a lot. And with my second color, and come in, and I'm going to blend this one up. There we go. And I'm going to blend this line right there a little bit. I'm going to take my lightest color, I'm going to blend that just slightly. There we go. And I'm going to go back in here and I'll show you a little trick to bring out your highlights. You can use either a white colored pencil, which I actually might do this time, or you can use a, oh, where is it? A Poshko white. I don't have one close to me. I thought I did. I will have to find it here in a little bit, but that was weird. I thought I had it right here. Okay, but for highlights, I actually use a Poshko white paint marker. So, and they work wonderful. All right. So, moving on, I'm going to do this little line right here. And I'm only going to use two colors right here. I just want the faintest little touch of color. So, there we go. Now back to my second color, we're going to do the cheek area. We're just going to go in here. Fill that in, just like so. Go back to our first one, and just repeat the whole process again. There we go. And that there, go back in right there, fill that in. There we go. Actually gonna make that a little bit stronger, I think. There we go. Make a little distinction right there. There. That's better. All right. Now we're going to go in with our darkest one. Whoa. I don't know what's going on with some of these markers. Alright. So, we're just going to go in here really quick. Hit my dark areas. Go. I'm going to go back in there with the second color. There we go. And you just keep repeating this process. So we're just going to keep repeating this entire process all the way down. Go. Go. Go back here. There we go. See, now it looks beautifully. I went back in there with my darker again, my second color, and I had that spot right there and it just disappeared. It happens all the time, I tell you. And, well, not all the time, but most of the time. It just, I don't know why. It could be because of the alcohol content in them. Go. Go. Work off that collarbone next. Really want to emphasize that dark right there. back in here, blend this edge. So, hope you all are liking this video on how to blend with markers. You just continuously change up your markers and use the last lightest color to blend, and you really don't need a blending zero colorless blender. It's as easy as that. So yeah, you just switch it up a little bit. And you get a very nice look. And when I color mine, I kind of feather mine a little bit, you know. I do long and short strokes of feathering to add, if I want it really, really soft, to add not too much color to it. If I don't want much color, and then I go back in and then I blend it, it just, because if you do one nice long stroke, you might add too much color. And if you're trying to go for a soft look, you could really ruin your picture. So definitely be aware of that. Go. Wrong side. And for the most part, I only use this tip. It just works best for me. I do know people who use the other tip, but I have so much more control with this sharp tip. All right, moving on. Now I'm going to add some separation between the shoulder, and I'm going to add some separation in between the shoulder and the neck, and the trap, I believe, with just leaving a little of highlight uncolored. to show that separation, bring it really out. There we go. Go back in here, and I'm just gonna slightly soften this separation line right here. There we go. And it worked. Just how I wanted it to. I'm just going to go in here, blend this all together. Go. Okay. Go back in there really quick with my other color. And there we go. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and get this. There we go. Go back in there with the lighter color again. This is turning out really nice. this is just turning out beautiful. Going here. I'm bringing this color down into right here to cut the shoulder off from the bicep. So I'm going all the way over and cutting that white off right there, because I want a separation, and it's a good way to get a separation. Just like the opposite, when I did the shoulder, I left a highlight right there with just white. This time I just used really light marker color for my separation as a slight shadow, and it worked very well. All right. Okay. There we go. Now we're going to go in for the darker color from the neck down, since I already did the darkest color up here. So I'm going to get my second and third color. And I got to be very careful. And I'm just going to do this really quickly. I'm just enhancing a lot of those shadows right there with that darker color, reinforcing it, especially on that shoulder. There's just a slight line right there of color, darker. So I'm going to go in here. There we go. Okay. Get my lighter one. There. Okay. Let's see here. There we go. let's try and use the go. Yeah, I like my other side better. Go back in with my second color. Touch it up just a little bit. Alright. Collarbone's done. Go. Alright. Add a little bit more in here. There we go. Just reinforce that a little bit. Okay. Want it a little bit darker up there. Alright, so let's blend this one in. Okay. Go in there with my light one again, just really nice and lightly. Hit that edge one more time. Go. Go. All right. We're getting there. Now I did emphasize a little bit more light on the shoulder just to show the depth of this picture better. So what I'm going to have to do is take my lightest one again and just hit these two right here on the front of the shoulder nice and lightly. Because I really wanted to emphasize the separation on the shoulder. She's not only feminine, but she's also a superhero. So you really have to make that distinction. Alright, let's get this arm done and then I'll do the face and also that. So we're just going to come in here. That's pretty good right there. Pretty happy with that. There we go. Still need to get that bottom part though, so can't forget that. So here we go. And with all that working in the dark, I go back to my lightest color. Now I'm just going to fade this in nicely. There we go. I'm also going to make that separation right there a little bit darker. There we go. So all right, now down here I'm not going to use my light one unless it gets too dark, because I want a distinctive shadow down here. So that'll work perfect. Alright. So we're going to go back to the grays, finish this up first, then we'll do her facial color with her cheeks and chin, and then her lips. So now we're just going to add a whole base layer right there, because and we're going to keep that silhouette right there. Now I'm only using 3 colors on this one too, so go. And I'm not even blending it because I just don't feel the need to. Definitely want to make sure it has that distinction. Like her goggles. So there we go. And we're going to the facial features. I'm just adding in my base layer right now. So nice and easy. Get in here a little bit more. Go. That's pretty good. See how that base layer really just brings it out? And I put a darker color for my base layer. So, and then I went in with a lighter one and softened it. And it just brought it out. I mean, it really did. Look at that. That just turned out beautiful. And I'm going to darken it a little bit. So I could leave it just like that with two colors, but I'm not. Go. Just go back in here with this color. I know you gotta be very careful about doing it, but that's how you do it. I only used 3 colors on it and it just brought it out. I mean, it looks beautiful just like that. It really does. So I'm just going to leave it like that. Now, for her lips. That one's dried up. All right. Too dark. Yeah, let's start with this. All right. I got that pinky flesh tone right there. So let's go get some like lipstick red. Lipstick red. And what else we got for a nice red? Yeah, lipstick red and oh yeah. Let's go cadmium red first. There we go. Go back in here with this color. This is actual tea rose. It's a skin tone. So we're just going to go in here. Go. Back in here. Go. All right. Okay, so got our lipstick done. Just gonna go in here. Lighten that up a little bit. So I'm gonna highlight some teeth in there a little bit. And then just gonna add a slight color to that lip highlight. There we go. All right, and I think I'm going to leave the highlight alone. So there you go. There's Catwoman colored. And I only used 3 shades of everything in this one to show an easy rendition of how you do it. So I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you liked the video. Please like, please subscribe if you want more content. Also, I'm going to be starting to post weekly, and hopefully soon I'll be starting some live streams. And yeah, and so subscribe, like, and hit that notification button when I put new content out, please. Have a great day. Take care, everybody.